not sure I understand it, but everything seems brighter now than before. I don't know why I feel this way, but every time I hear your name, all my worries disappear, yeah. It's all because of you. I feel the way I do. You make my dreams come true, yeah. It's all because of you, because of you.
Good morning, everybody. Hope y'all hear the voice, y'all hear the sound. It's your boy James Williams, DJ Exclusive is in the building. Good morning, everybody. Good to see everybody's bright, smiling faces. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Good morning, y'all.
My worries disappear. It's all because of you. I feel the way I do. You make my dreams come true. Yes, you do. It's all because of you, because of you, because of you.
Good morning, everybody. Roller Dragon, Lynn, Jeanette, Jordan, Tyler Hector, Carol Crowley, good morning. Zozo Bob, Roller Dragon, Titan Games, good morning. All right, y'all, we're going to get this damn show started. But before we do, my GPS just told me to turn around. And now I can't see where I'm driving. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Good morning, everybody. Like it or not, y'all. 2023. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azure. Let's start this damn show. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azure. Let's start this damn show. Like it or not. Rebecca Azure is in the house. You know she got a funny story to tell. Talking politics, culture, or real life-ish. I live in life in the ATL. Benjamin, yeah, that's my man. He's always coming up with the master plan. Politics, scheming, or trying to find the meaning of life. And while the feds keeps us in strife. I'm your DJ. I really don't need no introduction right now, but you know what? I stay dropping them jams. Y'all know who I am. Good hope, dad jokes, culture-ish, politics. What you're hearing right now was the culmination of all of this. I started out with the mic in my hand, then I graduated to a plethora of fans. I love bringing joy to the people. It makes me feel great, makes me feel regal. I do what I do for you. 8 p.m. Friday, you know how we do. Let's go. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azure. Let's start this damn show. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azure. Let's start this damn show. Like it or not, y'all. 2023. Let's start this damn show. Let's go.
Like It or Not starts now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Dang, my camera's lopsided.
It's giving like
It's on this side.
Yeah, but
Hold
I be
on.
hating these cameras sometimes because like you think it's straight, but then like you get on here and then it's just like you straight in the frame, but then like the backdrop is like at a 45 or 90 or 20. I don't know. It's whoever's mathematical in the chat, whatever angle it is, that's what it be looking like. And it'd be annoying. I be wanting to change my camera around too. Like, okay, can I just like change the little button and see what it do? No? Okay, never mind. I'm sleepy.
Woo! Are we clear? Am I a little out of focus? I heard a whole rant. I heard that whole
You
rant.
look
Story. I was
you
like,
look fuzzy, and it's still like
y'all just gonna have to deal with it a little
it's
bit.
like it's like my hip right now. That's how I look like. You know how I
Oh
walk? That's what
Lord.
it look
Is it
like.
better though? At least is it clearer?
Scroll it, roll it. You know, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, just a little bit. Yeah,
Sharpened.
right there.
All
It
right.
look good though. I like the little like hazy kind of
It,
haze.
are we good? Are we
Yes,
good, audience? Let me know. Let me know. Because Bubba's gonna look for an aesthetic. I'm just trying to make sure I'm looking all right as far as the I know
girl,
it's
you look good. It's
still a
giving.
little.
It's giving Whitney Houston album cover right now. That's what it's giving with the pull back hair, the
Uh-huh.
water in the background and
And head,
everything. Yeah.
yeah. Friday night, you and your boys went out to eat.
It's 6 of y'all and now the 2 of you are really what is it? 4 of you are really cheap.
Boy,
Okay.
you're really cheap.
Oh no. Uh,
I found your credit card receipt. Oh, it's not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it anyway. She's always going like, not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it.
Rebecca, you got to do the whole thing on the count of time. It was in the young.
Friday night, you and your boys went out to sleep.
There it go.
But why? She's always here with it.
You got to
And
full
she's
screen it, David.
it's
Full screen it.
no, because I'm not. We are starting the show this
Okay.
morning. Good morning and welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth.
And not care who doesn't like it. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning, my beloved Bubba. I know today was a one of those days where it's hard to get up.
Ooh.
But we are here. Let me move my strings and stuff out the way.
Right.
But we are, listen, we're on the last few days of May. I hope that you guys have been enjoying yourselves throughout this beautiful month. It's been a hectic month for me. I'm not going to hold you. I ain't going to hold you down. It's been a hectic month. And I love this month. This is my birth month. But it's been a lot. It hasn't been a bad month, but it's been a lot. It's been a lot this month. How about for you, Bubba?
Oh, agreed. I'm gonna tell you, I'm so glad this month over with because I get my weekends back. I've been DJing and doing stuff every weekend this whole month, from graduation parties to weddings. I'm just ready to sit down somewhere. And like I've only booked one event for June, and I think that's all I'm gonna book. Like I need that rest. I need it.
Yeah. I listen, I know that it was a lot of peopling happening, and then I turned 33, because I'm 33. So when you turn 33, there's a level of maturity that there's a level, like, it's another level. You've unlocked that other level of maturity. Doesn't mean that you're old, but you are older.
Right.
So there's the napping that I was getting used to doing before 33. Now it's become full sleep. Full sleep. And it's not just a nap. We're talking full sleep. You need to rest those eyes. But if you rest those eyes at 5, don't be shocked when you're waking up at 11 p.m. Asking your husband that you don't even have if the kids made it to the bus stop. Okay?
I don't know why they just took me out because it's like they got neither one of them. Just like
you ain't got no kids.
The kids make it school.
Husband,
oh shit! It's just me. Never mind.
Who are you?
Like, whoa. Ooh, where you come from?
Where's
Like,
the kids?
wait a minute.
Did I walk the dog? I have none of those things.
None of them.
None of them. Okay,
Rebecca.
And you don't even have to drink to wake up like that. That's when the tiredness, it's real. You don't. You just got to go to bed early. Okay, because you're tired. And that's what that is. Listen,
Child,
yeah.
what?
It's been that type of. I know that we're coming to the end of Mental Health Awareness Month, and there's so much conversation that's been surrounding mental health awareness, and I know that we've been doing check-ins. So everybody in the audience, let's check in, drop a little bit of how you are on this month, or how you're ending this month, how you started this month, and we'll read a few of the comments. David, if you can grab some of those, and we'll read a few of them before we get off the show today, because we're doing that we're checking in with y'all. Your family, you're our Lion family, so we're making sure you guys are good. And if you need a hug or some love or a DM, let us know, and we can definitely help you out with that too.
A BM? I thought it was like a
Not a
Bowery.
baby mama, because I just said,
A
that's what
BM,
happens when you're over
DM.
33. You start thinking you have those things and you don't. So not a baby mama or a baby daddy,
Mm-hmm.
but a DM.
A
And
DM.
and not a DM. It's not the type of these boys be in my DM say I'm pretty. We're not looking for that. I'm saying if you need some. Some of y'all was lying saying them boys be in y'all DM saying y'all pretty, but that's neither here nor there.
So let me all over like, oh, not y'all calling me this early. I don't know who you is. Calling from California. It's like 6:54 over there. What y'all calling so early for?
It's the people. You know who the people are, but
Don't call me
anywho,
Mr. Bill Collector. Ringing my, Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Good.
I don't know about that. That's a little too old for me. I say I'm 33. Now,
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
oh, I just bought this Bone Thugs and Harmony t-shirt. I can't wait to wear it on the show. It is so cute. I have this old one, but I needed to refresh. And so I got this really cute diamond studded Bone Thugs and Harmony t-shirt.
Nice. The
It's
vintage
so
look.
cute. Vintage. So
I love it.
it's a long one. So I usually do those long, even though I'm tall, I usually do those long ones as a dress.
Yeah.
And it's summer. So you already guys see I'm giving you shoulders. I'm giving you
And
just a little bit of chest. I'm just, we're giving summer looks. Okay. We're giving summer looks for the summer show.
right. And it looks good on you. I love those little outfits that you do, and the little shirt dresses, and
Yeah.
you be wearing the heels and
Oh,
everything.
thank
I love it.
you. Thank you. Because
You really
yes, thank you for noticing. Because that's one of my go-tos is the graphic t-shirts.
with the
So
heels
yeah,
on. She
thank
be
you.
killing it. She be out there in the streets saying it. Okay, let's
Thank
start
you
this
so
girl
much.
too. I
I
start
really
complimenting
appreciate
you
it.
all day. Okay,
Yeah. Stop. Stop it.
stop.
Um, It's okay. Thank you. But yeah, let's get to some stories. I know that people have been waiting, but thank you guys for being patient with us
Yeah,
and chit chatting with us, because we never gonna start a show without having a conversation. All right, without
absolutely.
checking in. So there's a lot of things that went down for Memorial Day. As always, we know in
Mm,
America to expect. Now it's not even. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Now it's not even where we are shocked per se about the events that happen, especially on holidays, right?
right.
We just celebrated Memorial Day weekend or Memorial Day yesterday, and nine people, including 4 minors, were transported to area hospitals following, and
Mm,
I'm gonna just say this, a mass shooting at the Hollywood Boardwalk in Florida on Monday afternoon. I'm going to say this right now. Mass shooting. Remember when mass shooting used to raise the hairs on our shoulders, on our arms, on like it used to we would be scared like, "Oh my
mm.
goodness." Now, did you I got a notification from CNN that told me the top stories, and that wasn't included into the top story.
Wow.
That was not included into the top story. A City of Hollywood spokesperson confirmed 9 people have been shot. 4 of those were minors, ages ranging from 1 to
Mm,
17. The ages of the adults range from 25 to 65. One is in surgery, and the others were in stable condition. It happened on the 1200 block of North Boardwalk, or near the Margaritaville Hollywood Beach Resort. At
wow.
6:41 p.m., an area live cam showed people running away frantically from the scene. It started with an altercation between 2 groups, which escalated to shots being fired. And that's according to Hollywood officials. One person of interest has been detained, and police are currently looking for a second individual. Several of those victims were transported to Memorial Regional Hospital and Joe DiMiago's Children's Hospital. Witnesses said that they saw one baby with a gunshot wound to the leg.
Oh, baby.
CBS News' Miami Chelsea Jones spoke to tourists who witnessed the shooting and so on and so forth. The same old, same old. Yes, you can play that if you want to. Let's take a listen to a little bit more on what happened in Hollywood, Florida.
Hollywood, Florida Police Department, they say please avoid the area on Hollywood Beach from Johnson to Garfield Street and the Hollywood Beach Boardwalk due to an ongoing police investigation. Heavy police presence in the area. If you're looking to reunite with the family member, we've set up a reunification area at Johnson Street and the North Ocean bus loops.
Center right now.
Bus loops.
Shirt and camo shorts. We are asking people to avoid the area right now as the investigation continues. We also have a family assistance center that's set up right now. It's near Johnson Street and North Ocean. This is an area where families can go and they can talk to the detectives on scene, ask them questions about family members, and they can also get information about their vehicles that may be inside of the crime scene. We do also want to ask that if there is anybody with pictures or video, we ask them to email hollywoodpdtips@hollywoodfl.org.
Wow.
I really don't know much more to say. Are we gonna do we're not even giving, I mean, you know what it used to be, thoughts and prayers, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're not even giving thoughts and prayers. We're not even giving thoughts. It's just kind of like this happened. It's a regular day, like rain and sunshine.
Right.
And this is what we're doing. I think that even like this with this tweet, which we'll get to this, the associated story, but even with this tweet that Brian Krasenstein worked hard on that one, had tweeted out. He said, while you are releasing people over school, supposedly teaching your kids to be gay or Target selling rainbow shirts that say pride on them to kids, there has been another mass shooting, this time in Hollywood, Florida. I just don't know what to really say, guys, because we're all kind of guilty of like this. We're all numb to it. Right? We're all numb to it. But at the same time, he's right. The Republicans will shift the focus, conservatives will shift the focus, or people who write these think pieces and opinions that get more, these think pieces and opinions that put marginalized groups like the LGBTQIA plus community and say these bad things about them and act like it's their fault that these mass shootings are happening, or it's their fault that earthquakes are happening. It's their fault that we're having tornadoes. It's their fault that the kids are hungry. It's like the people who do those opinion pieces and things like that get more love than the truth. We see online so much of BS trending, but these mass shootings, the importance and the fact that they do not want us to keep having conversations about it. They want you to worry about a drag show and not the fact that a 1-year-old had a gunshot to his leg just yesterday. It's another day, another dollar, and I hate that.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
I hate that.
Just the way everything is going, when you're talking about it, it's just like, I don't even know how to feel. It's, oh, okay, it's another one.
No, DJ Khaled for real, another one.
That's what when I sent it in the chat, in the group chat to everybody, only thing I say, another one.
But this is what I'm saying to you right now. Conservatives are winning in that area because ain't no way. Mainstream media told me this morning that the top news stories did not include that mass shooting.
And you know, that's really terrible to think about, because the way I found out was from local news, when they sent an alert saying that there was a mass shooting in Hollywood, Florida.
Mm-hmm. And that pisses me off because it makes me uncomfortable because they don't want to focus on the conversation on gun control. They don't want to focus on that at all. They don't want to focus on what's truly happening in America, but they would run to an interview with Ronaldo DeSantis. They'll run to an interview with him and discuss how, what was the word that he used? He's going to destroy the left. That's what he said. They'll run there, but there was no conversation about gun control. I remember when they used to just be like, it's all right. It's our right to carry guns. It's out. They were shooting guns all out here last night. Just shooting guns all out here last night. I was looking for fireworks, couldn't see none. They were just shooting guns all here last night.
That is so crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep, because it's their right. It's their right to shoot. Let's shoot guns. We have access to guns. It's just our right to protect ourselves. And then it gets into the wrong hands, and it's our right. It's our right. So I don't really know, but I can't give thoughts and prayers to the people of yesterday. I just really want to know that they're okay, and I hope that the same way we'll hope again every time we get off this damn show or we get on the show. We're talking about a mass murder
every time
and we didn't even know back in the day, just 5-6 years ago, how to define a mass murder. But it's been happening so often where they had to say 4 or more people. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
And just luckily, I'm glad that no one has succumbed to their injuries, so there are no deaths reported as of yet, and I'm happy about that. But for the simple fact that here we are again, and this continues happening. Mama said it best: you become more aware of your surroundings and are afraid to go in large crowds. Then you pray that it's not you or your family next. And that's the truth. It's just like, it's one of my reasons I don't go out anywhere is because I might go to the grocery store and the wrong person might be in there.
Speaking of that, yesterday I was in the grocery store. I was in Publix earlier on in the day, and balloons popped.
Oh,
I was behind an area and balloons popped, and I just I started feeling I was about to start hyperventilating. I looked around to see if who would stop moving. Those white people kept walking, and I'm looking. I was so scared. Oh my goodness! I can't go to the grocery store and be all normal. I've really lost. I've really. It's scary. It's scary. And I got the hell out of there. Because I was so uncomfortable. I could no longer move forward with my shopping. But this is what's happening. You don't know when or where it's going to happen. We don't feel protected because our lawmakers do not want to protect us. They do not want to start honing in and getting and actually looking at what the problem is. And people want to say it's not. I remember this was the conversation. It's not guns, it's people. It's not guns, it's people. Well, if it's people, why are we allowing the laws to be so lenient? Why are we allowing the age limit in some states to be to not literally to just be a kid just going to pick up? There is no laws that really can stop people in some states from getting guns, from getting their hands on guns. They're not cracking down on how to get guns. They're not looking at mental health. They're not looking at any of these things. They're just looking at, okay, you can get a gun, you can get a gun, you can get a gun, you can get a gun. So all of this is happening and we're not having the right conversations. They're saying it's the people, not the guns. It's the gun. It doesn't matter. Why are certain people getting guns? Why are guns so easy to have access to? What are we doing to stop it? How are we stopping it? Why are people having access to these military type rifles and heading out in the street for free with them? Why did Florida allow, I think it was like open carry, just very leisurely out in Florida most recently under Ron DeSantis. So
Yep.
in a state where he's already causing division, now we already know it's going to be very heightened there. This is not something that we can just assume. We know, we can assess this. We can say that this is going to happen.
Right. Ooh. Lee just said it right there. They scream mental illness, then make it easy for people with mental illness to get guns.
Yeah.
Like, why are there not substantial background checks in place? Like we saw already, I think it was China, who's for you to get a gun in China, there's just a long list of things that you have to go through. Why is it not that easy here? Just don't understand it.
No, and we'll continue to cover this and see where we're at with it. But and this happened in Florida. I wonder if Ronaldo DeSantis, what he has to say about it this morning. If he has, because yesterday night, as of yet, there was nothing. And watching that footage of them on mute running, just having a good time, and then just immediately a woman grabs her child. And if you can play that clip for us, if you take a look towards the bottom of your screen, okay, you have that B-roll, but there was in the clip that I had, there was a woman who grabs her baby, tries to figure out if she can run, realizes with these gunshots, doesn't think that she's going to make it anywhere. So the person grabs over and tries to cover that baby. And all I could think of, the person jumps over, tries to cover the baby. The woman that was holding the baby tried to cover the head of the baby. And it was like, you don't know. You weren't trained for this. Mind you, they're training teachers to do this. They're training kids who who don't even have the attention span that they should at the age of 4 and 5. They're training these babies, these children, instead of figuring out gun control. Is now a good time to talk about gun control?
Of course not.
Exactly.
And just being out there, who's just looking at that. Rebecca, I know you, I don't think I've ever been to that boardwalk before, but just can you imagine? We've been to similar boardwalks before.
A million times.
Imagine being
I've
in
been
an
on
open
that boardwalk.
space like that space and you hear gunshots. There is no cover around. You're on a freaking beach, y'all. Mm-hmm. That's just, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's scary. It's I don't really know. Like, we've become, like I said, so numb to it that it's almost like they like how our reactions are to it. They like that if they don't make it a headline in the media, one of the top stories in mainstream media, that we will just move on because they know another one will come. So if we just act like it's an everyday thing instead of actually making solutions and resolutions towards it, then we won't care anymore. It will just be an everyday thing. That's why we see the passion and Congressman Bowman, I believe his name was Jamal, and then we see those those Tennessee legislators who were fired and then rehired because of their passion about the murder of children, or the leniency and the reluctancy to talk about gun control, to do something. We see that. We see how they're cracking down on anybody who speaks about it. We're going to make them look as if they're the aggressors. We're going to make those people look like they're aggressive for actually having the audacity to challenge people who don't think that now is the time to talk about gun control. Leaders are being punished for talking about solutions and resolutions or challenging their colleagues to discuss and put in place legislations that make us safe when it comes to guns. I guess now still ain't a time to talk about gun control. Speaking of gun control, let's talk about police control. You know, they're trigger happy as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's graduation season, Bubba. Very much so graduation season.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like when police abuse their authority. Right? I just don't like it. they don't condemn them too. I get afraid because there's no gun control. People on the streets can get guns. People in the corners can get guns. People with mental health issues can get guns. All of the above is, to me, could be associated with a cop too, a police officer who is supposed to be watching kids. All of a sudden, you want to pull out your gun. I say that to say it's graduation season. Kids are having a great time. Kids are graduating. Do you remember when you graduated high school?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We're not like, I wish that time I was able to dance down the we had to have a level of decorum. Remember, we had to sit, we had to do the rehearsals, we had to have a level of decorum. These kids, go celebrate. I think it's great. There are a lot of things that I don't like that Generation Z and the other ones do, but I ain't mad at them dancing down the aisles for graduation. You made it, baby.
You made it.
You made it, baby.
Hello.
My Haitian mama in the stands. Oh, Becca, yes. Then having the Holy Ghost. Lady, what's going on? Falling out. Let them call the next name. But we understand the excitement.
Right.
You don't know what that kid has been through. I say all of that rant to say, let's take a look. And I wish I had the name of the high school, but if you have that information, let me know. There's a high school where these children were graduating. And let's take a look as a parent, an auntie, or a family member is watching their child graduate, and they narrate very well exactly what is going on. Let's take a listen.
Bruh, they really got the cops at McKinley High graduation trying to stop them from dancing. The principal's like, if you dancing, you gotta go sit with your parents and go home. Baby, these kids done graduated. Fuck all that.
That's who?
Now they all got together and started doing it.
Baby, that officer is really in his feelings. Now he arguing with the teacher. He arguing with the teacher. The officer.
Give me a second. I can find out what school this is.
So in watching that, as Bubba gets that information from me, because I tried to see if anybody has covered it, to see any information on what school that was, because I really wanted to, discuss the school or however. But to that officer, or that area officer, look, you guys, it was him putting his hands on the girl at first and stopping her, but it was also how much force he used on the young man. I didn't like that. Specifically on the young man, at any of them at all, but specifically on that black young man. And yes, the cop is black, but I always like to say, as soon as they put that uniform on, they are going to act in supremacy. That's just what we have to understand. That's what we know. Yep. They will walk and move and abide in the way of supremacy. That's just what it is. And that is to abuse. That's the abuse of power, abuse of law. They will do that. They will abuse that. And because the moment that they feel like they are not being respected in any way, shape, or form, these are children dancing, not children. They're waving their cap, holding on to their degrees, or what do they call them? Not degrees. What do they call them in high school? They're holding on to their high school diplomas. Mm-hmm. And for God forbid them get excited about that. That, and these are police officers who are trained to fight criminals, not children who are dancing and celebrating. Do you understand what I'm saying? Children who are celebrating their moment. Somebody made a comment earlier, and he said I wish I remembered who made it, but it was something along the lines of, I hate solemn ceremony culture, because it's not a funeral. You're right. We're celebrating. Understood, there needs to be decorum, but decorum is sitting down. When your name is called, especially at a black joint. Come on, somebody. Are we really just gonna walk across the stage? No, my grades was looking shady for 3 semesters, for 3 periods. And now I'm walking. Or 6 Dragon Daddy. Or my mama didn't graduate school, and now she gets to witness me graduating school. You don't know what somebody's story is. So these police officers sitting there upset, and then and the teacher saying, hey, it's not that serious, and them arguing with the teacher because they felt like what they came to protect and uphold was disrespected. So now they're in turn disrespected. These cops did the most. And I wish I had the name. I wish I had the area name. I would have loved to put them on blast and give love to those kids of that high school. Because congratulations to y'all, baby. And I love a little rebellious spirit for the good. I love it. And those kids did what they needed to do. I'm excited. I love to see a good, I love to see a good celebration. And these cops could have made it something different. The attention went from the kids doing a 2-second dance to the cops making a scene, grabbing that young boy, following him after they went to look at their cell phone, grabbing him and handling him, knowing his parents and family members are in the crowd. He just graduated and you're treating him like he's a criminal on his graduation day, making the whole scene. The point, I would love to know. Ben would like to say, as he would say, cruelty is the point.
McKinley High School.
McKinley High School in what state?
Looks like it's got to be Louisiana, because I saw the LSU banners going around on the thing.
If we can get if we can get the name, and I would love to give a shout out to that school. But shout out to those kids. Shouts out to that culture of police officers who we know are trigger happy, who seem to go and grab on children and treat them like criminals on the celebration day, when all they were doing, the only crime that they did was dance and celebrate.
Mm-hmm. And you see that after all of them started dancing, they knew what it was. Everybody knew what it was. Like, oh, I'm about to dance. This is my high school graduation. I'm about to dance and celebrate. So instead of them going back to their seat, they walk right on out the door. Yep. Because why would the administration even do that? Why even have police? Now, granted, I am reading on some of these comments that there was a shooting at a graduation previously, so that's why the police were there.
No, police presence have always been since I was a child.
Always been at damn graduations.
But so it's about you stopping them from celebrating themselves.
You're stopping them from celebrating. That's not stopping anybody
from the dancing.
I understand now. I have seen graduations where they're like, "Hey, no celebrations and no this and no that," but they still do it. They don't do anything. That's just taking it too goddamn far. Yeah. Y'all love y'all job too damn much to be holding and manhandling these kids like y'all are. Mm-hmm. That makes absolutely no sense. Even as a police officer, for just to have
a black police officer.
Come on, man. You don't have to do all of that.
You know those kids deserve that. You know what those kids went through. You know it's just a celebration. So for you to try to uphold whatever it is that they told you to do, please get the gun out of your. Stop it.
That part.
Stop it. Those are kids, not criminals. Ooh, honey.
Well, that pissed me off, child.
It did. It did. Now, what also will add to the stress, because it's always stress. That's why I can't wait to do my little positive segment, but it's always stress. Target removes their Pride Month merch, and I'm gonna just because I always got a story to tell right here. You know, you guys, anybody who knows, I'm always talking about Target here locally, next to me. Always there, always there, always, shopping. I did see them setting up. Usually I see them, they started setting up early, and I almost think they already knew what may transpire because they set up really early this year to get ready for Pride Month. So it was like early May. I started to see things coming out. Like the and they, instead of putting him in the main entrance, they put it on the other entrance of the store. I'm like, why do they do that? So I was just like, okay, whatever. I came in the next 3 days, nothing was there. I said, no, where'd all the stuff go? I saw some cute little things that I was gonna pick up, but where'd all the stuff go? Like, whatever. I don't care. I know where I live. People have a way of thinking about whatever. I don't care what your thoughts are. We're going to a store, pick up what you need and get the hell out of here. I told you, I've watched how they did Black History Month during the pandemic, just for clothes and things like that. But here's my problem with it, and I'm just gonna read this article and then we'll discuss. But I've actually seen like them remove it, so it's actual and factual. Nothing in my Target store has any Pride Month celebration collection.
Not even at the back of the store where they moved most of the stuff.
Nothing. It's out of the store. Target, which rolled out its Pride collection at the start of May, is pulling some products from its stores after facing customer backlash, saying it was acting to protect employee safety. And this is what the company told Reuters on Tuesday. They said Target is offering more than 2,000 products, including clothing, books, music, and home furnishings as a part of its Pride collection, which I think they've done with any collections that they've done. Those were usually what they include. The items include a gender fluid mug, queer all year calendars, and books for children aged 2 to 8 titled Bye Bye Binary, Pride 123, and I'm Not a Girl. Since introducing this year's collection, we've experienced threats, this is what they said, impacting our team members' sense of safety and well-being while at work. Given these volatile circumstances, we are making adjustments to our plans, including removing items that have been at the center of the most significant confrontational behavior. Target has been celebrating Pride Month for more than a decade, but this year's collection has led to an increase in confrontations between customers and employees and incidents of Pride merchandise being thrown on the floor. Let's take a look, because this ain't a lie. There are several videos of people being agitated inside the store as they just came in and read Pride signs. So let's take a look at one example.
That there is no insert. There's nothing on it. So
it's disgusting. It's devil worship. That's devil worship.
Oh, y'all trying to trigger me this morning, boy. Oh, y'all trying to trigger me. Because all this shit talking about he targeting people. Fuck that. Target his ass. Target his ass. I wish I was in Phoenix, bro, because I'm not one for violence like that. But like somebody like that, if y'all are letting one goddamn man destroy all of y'all shit and cave in like that, how heartless are you? Bro, I'm not even, no, because it's strength in numbers. F all that, the Alphabet Gang is going to roll up on you. The Alphabet Gang. We rolling up because I don't know what, man.
Y'all riding at dawn?
Huh?
Y'all pulling up at dawn? You picking up everybody? You gonna have a little bus like little Charlie Kirk and pull up at Target Enterprises?
Whole ass bus with rainbows all over that motherfucker.
Yeah, rainbows. Listen, you gonna agitate the agitators out there in the streets. But this is what this is a great conversation to have, right? You're a part of the LGBTQIA plus community, what you call the Alphabet Gang. I can't call it that, but see, you're a part of the community. But I understand your frustration, and for me, I don't care who thinks what about what or what. And I get it. Everybody has their opinions, their ideas. That's your opinion, your ideas. To go and act violently about it is where my problem lies. Yeah. I don't care what you think of me, he, she, they, whatever. Who cares? It doesn't matter. My opinion, their opinion, your opinion doesn't matter. when you go into a store and people are just picking up, go get your groceries and go.
That's it.
That's it.
Ain't doing nothing to your ass.
Don't ask somebody to videotape you. And this is where my problem lies. This is what I was going to say at the beginning. When you're becoming volatile, not only to the thing that you're hitting, the sign that you're hitting, but to people who are literally hired, Target associates, Target workers, Target cashiers, Target baggers, who have to set this up or whatever the case may be before the store opens, or who are doing it during the store hours. Why would you go and fight them? This video is soft compared to what I've seen on social media. They're fighting the workers as they're putting up signs or trying to fix what the people are doing, are messing up. They are fighting them in Target. And that is why Target allegedly caved in. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, because I don't think Target should have caved in. But in this world, in this climate, why are y'all beating up on my associates?
Yeah.
I don't need my associates. I don't need somebody to come back and try to retaliate because my associate wanted to protect our brand or to protect LGBTQIA plus community. We don't need a psychopath running up in here. We already have these loose gun laws.
Amen.
So it's a lot that can go into that, but at the same time, I don't think there was much of a fight.
Yeah, and you know what, Becca, I will agree. You know, I'm not against Target for them pulling that, especially because of the reason. You got to understand. I know that was just in Arizona, but you still have several Target stores across the country, and if there's a national threat of violence at these stores, that's a lot of stores. So I do understand Target caving in because you do want to protect your employees, and some of those are LGBTQ part of the alphabets. So okay, it's just a lot to say. I'm sorry, y'all.
I know. Look,
we'll talk about it.
I had to study it to say, and I know.
And when you say it's so good, girl, LGBT. Hey,
and it's crazy because I'm like they're going back to just saying LGBTQ. I've seen that a lot, so I don't know.
I've seen that a lot too.
Yeah,
but I do understand why they did pull it. It's a safety thing. I know at one point during all of this, there were bomb threats at 3 or 4 different targets in, I think it was Iowa. They weren't substantial threats, but they were still threats nonetheless. And at this day and age, you can't not take it serious.
And then there were rumors Marjorie Taylor Greene headed a tweet, and we know that that audience runs with whatever they say, but Marjorie Taylor Greene went on there and I discussed, and I actually talked to my one of my friends about this, and she was saying that it was true that there were like tuck friendly clothing for children and things like that. Now, there is truth to it where there were tuck friendly clothing for adults, and not for kids. They weren't made for kids. They were made for adults, in the adult section for Pride Month. And so the conversation that she led was not true, but she used something that was, which they did have that type of clothing for to be trans friendly for Pride Month in the collection. They had that. But she went off and said that it was to be for kids. Yeah. And so a lot of people were saying that that was a problem. And you know the talking points to get a certain group of people upset, even if they are for the LGBTQIA plus community. You know that they will be like, okay, now they're going too far. You know the talking points to push buttons and that can get people riled up. Instead of focusing on guns being an issue, you're going to send these psychopaths inside of a Target to attack innocent people. One of the things that he said in that one was that's against God, or that's He was saying something like that at the end. But your actions here, you being volatile, you being abusive, you being nasty to people because of what you believe. Listen, the God that I serve loves everybody regardless. Regardless.
Amen.
He loves everybody. She loves everybody. Regardless. My God loves everybody.
Amen.
And no matter whatever my belief or your belief or whatever, we can still be in the same room. If my sexuality is bothering you, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I really don't know what to tell you. If my skin color is bothering you, I don't know what to tell you. If my past is bothering you, find another place to be. Like, no, I don't know you. I do not have to walk in the way that you want me to. I'm not hurting you. I'm not being abusive towards you. I'm just trying to live and get my groceries.
That's it. If
I'm
y'all got a
just trying to
problem with,
grab some clothing just like y'all do every day.
excuse me.
That's all I'm trying to do. I am interested to see because Juneteenth is coming up. I haven't seen a thing about Juneteenth. Interesting, because remember COVID-19 at the height of the pandemic. Not only at the height of the pandemic, we had a lot of police brutality going on. We had a lot of racial conversations, a lot of inclusivity conversations, diversity and inclusion stuff happening. Yeah, we had a lot of that happening at that time. Remember George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Black Lives Matter was really trending. Seen that in a lot of store shirts. Juneteenth was hot. They were now giving us a day off. I know different corporations were saying, okay, you can get a floater. They was being recognized in some way, shape, or form. And Target, I haven't seen a thing. And I think it's because they know right now the world is almost going back to a norm, also being heightened back to what Donald Trump had brought here, what was already here, but it heightened it. And I think we're going back to a place like that. I hate to say it, but with people with leadership like in Georgia, we got Kemp and they got Abbott, I believe, in Texas, and they got Ronald DeSantis in Florida, who's running for president, who says he wants to destroy the left, who talks about drags being the issue, who says immigrants are a problem. This is what we know is happening right now, and I think a lot of the places like Target and these other big box stores, they don't want the drama. So they're you might quietly go into Target and go through their stuff that's already in my Target at the 30-70%. And I mean, shoot, I bought a few pieces, 30 and 70% off. And I'm like, this is a new collection. Why is it already here? That has like Black friendly stuff, Juneteenth stuff. You're not going to see these things out loud anymore. We cannot support you out loud anymore.
Yeah. And just think about it, y'all. I'll juxtapose it like this. If they doing all this before Pride Month start, I really think by next year, we're not going to have a Black History Month. Juneteenth, if they still taking down Pride stuff in Target like they are now, I think anybody that's going to have any Juneteenth stuff up, it's going to be about the same. It's probably going to be 10 times worse.
Yeah. I'm gonna actually roll through, and I'll update you guys on Saturday. I'm gonna roll through because my Target, usually you'll see Juneteenth stuff or some stuff. But in February, I told y'all those white people could not stand the sight of Black History Month being at the front of the store. So they moved it to the back. Immediately, those clothing were put into the 30 to 70% off. I try to purchase. I know Target isn't a small business or whatever, but those small business girlies and guys and people who they partnered with to put their collections actually inside of a Target store. Yep. I support that. And so that's why I'm like, I like to purchase that, but to just not give them their full potential in the store because the area itself does not accept the people for being Black or for being a certain sexual orientation. I don't really care. I mean, it's hard, but I get the climate of what do you do when people have guns and just get upset and just roll up in the store and say this isn't godly and start shooting? So you take it away. You take it away. That's what, and it always falls in right where these conservatives want it to be. You don't take the guns away, you take the sign away. Because the sign was more dangerous.
Mm-hmm. So I need to roll up to my target. You know, my target is in the black area of town, where it's like over here, it's a lot of black people. Of course, a little gentrification here and there, and there are a lot of gays as well too. Camp Creek, oh my gosh, it's a lot of gays over here. So I'm interested to see how my target handles this, to see if they're going to leave everything up. Because I swear, if I walk in there and I see that pride stuff in the back, which I don't see that they would do, I don't know.
I think it's dependent upon. I think it's dependent upon the area, for sure. I do think it's dependent upon the areas, but
upon the area
where upon the area, but where I live, it is predominantly white. Okay, and they tried to keep quiet during the pandemic. Pre-pandemic, it was even though they had their Trump 2020 signs, they see me walking through the door, they open the door just to say they did their good deed for the day. And we'll see. We will definitely see. But I'm going to head over to Walmart and I'm going to see what they're like, because they, along with
everything,
along with July 4th attire, they have Juneteenth where I live. It's never touched, but it has been presented since I've lived here. It has been presented. It's been out there, and I'll see like white people look at it as they walk by, and then like go to the July 4th Independence t-shirts and stuff. And then our Juneteenth ones were all right there, because they start in June or at the end of May. So I haven't been to Walmart in a while. So I'm going to go down there and check and see what they got going on down there. And I'll let you guys know on Saturday. And you say, Roller Jacket, you say protest and demonstrate. It's almost like I'm saying, remember, Black Lives Matter. We protested, we demonstrated, we got shot in the legs with bullets. I'm not saying that it doesn't work, but I'm saying like, I don't think anybody cares about that anymore.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that, but I think that, and not that it doesn't work. People can't afford to lose a day of work right now, like back in the day, because they're going to make sure you feel it. Oh, you want to protest? Oh, you're going to get stripped of everything. We want to fight. We want to have these conversations, but they put their fear mongering. That's why Target did what they did, fear mongering. They know what type of people these are. These are the same people that going to these stores that went up there to the Capitol January 6th. Let's never forget. And walked away free and went back to their jobs as doctors, lawyers, as the correctional officers, as police officers, as flight. What are those people called? Not flight attendants, but the people that ride the plane. Pilots.
Yeah.
It's pilots who should be on the no-fly list. Can't get no job. Who should be in jail? These are the same people that attacked and threatened Nancy Pelosi, ripped emergency buttons from underneath the desk at the Capitol. These are the ones that are walking up into these stores and doing that. Yeah. Anywho,
I'm just ready to see what this month gonna bring, because it's Pride Month, child. I'm about to be out and loud with it.
As you should. As you should. That's more pride issues, but not even in America. Not even in America. This is in Uganda, in Africa. And if you are privy to any cultural, like African culture and stuff, it's not shocking that there's an anti-gay law because of, culture and stuff like that. But it's a little strong. Uganda's president has signed into law anti-gay legislation supported by many in this East African country, but widely condemned by rights activists and others abroad. I have a lot to say about that. The version of the bill signed by President Yoweri Museveni doesn't criminalize those who identify as LGBTQ, a key concern for some campaigners or rights campaigners who condemned an earlier draft of the legislation as an egregious attack on human rights. But the new law still prescribes the death penalty for aggravated homosexuality, which is defined as cases of sexual relations involving people infected with HIV, as well as with minors and other categories of vulnerable people. A suspect convicted of attempted aggravated homosexuality can be imprisoned for up to 14 years, according to the legislation. Parliamentary Speaker Anita Among said in a statement that the president had answered the cries of our people in signing the bill. With a lot of humility, I thank my colleagues, the members of the parliament, for withstanding all the pressure from bullies and doomsday conspiracy theorists in the interest of our country, the statement said. So what do you think about that? Because
Child, the way I look at it, all this stuff is coming out before Pride Month. Everybody's trying to do all this shit now before beginning of Pride. Your camera died and my camera is on the way out too, Rebecca. Everybody's trying to do all of this stuff before Pride Month. And it's convenient. They're trying to rouse people, not only here in America, but overseas as well too. I know plenty of Africans that are homosexuals, but this bill, it's dangerous. It can be very, very dangerous. And what all this is because the old guard, if you know what I mean by the old guard is the older people that are in these political positions not being, what's the word I'm looking for? Just not being acceptive, or they just want to do stuff the old way. If you looked at that the B-roll that we had up, there are so many supporters and so many youth that are out there that are homosexuals. That's part of the LGBTQ plus. That's part of the Alphabet Gang. I have so much.
You don't gotta say it.
I know the Alphabet. So as part of the gang or whatnot. And we're not a gang, by the way, but that's part of that. And it's just that they just don't want to succumb to those ways. I mean, if you looked at the parliament or whatever that is that was there, they're all old. Everybody's in there is old. And that is the problem, I think, across the world, around the world, honestly, is just that we have a lot of older people in these positions and they're just not accepting of the new ways.
And it's interesting because in the way that they move my camera, in the way that they presented it, right, it could be very dangerous in the original manner, but even in this second way, what they tried to do, which I would understand as somebody who says, okay, if somebody is out here actively knowing that they are,
yes,
but it's not, and this is what I want to say too, they make it a gay disease or people who, and that what I think my problem is with it. Because I think if you're actively not telling people that you are HIV positive and you're going out and you're having sex or whatever, but they try to word it where it's like, that's what we're really doing. We're protecting, but it's saying that it's a gay disease. HIV is a gay. We've already dealt with that here in America, even to the point where they've said it was a disease coming straight out of Haiti. So it's like, they're making it a gay disease. That's what that's what it's about. But somebody who isn't can have it too. So this is, let's look at the wording. They're trying to be very they're trying to act like they're trying to protect people. It's not that we don't want you to be gay, but if you're gay and you're HIV positive and you're actively going out and having sex and then your minors are being involved, this is where it's problematic. My thing is, why does the White House have so much to say about this when how you in somebody else's business when the business in your own front yard ain't been handled? How y'all the same? Are we not seeing that we just talked about for about an hour how guns matter, but LGBTQ issues are the issue the most? How guns matter over? Are we not saying how they literally said people doing drag shows is more dangerous than guns? Handle your business, America, before you step into other people's.
Always they putting your nose in some places that it don't belong. Is that the old saying? Like sticking your nose somewhere it don't belong.
Go sleep in front of your own front door.
Hello.
Like, it's all of that.
Cause it's a whole lot of shit y'all can be doing here, but don't get me started. Cause I love they helping Ukraine, but you helping a whole nother country. You can't even help our ass over here.
It's so much. It's so much tea to pour.
Ukraine
is getting, I've said it on the show, Ukraine gets assistance, and then Haiti is, it's a problem when they try to get the same. See, don't get me started on today's show. We're focused on what's happening here in Uganda. And I understand the frustrations, but again, that's not our business. I'm sorry that they have that culture over there, and that's not an excuse for them to do that. But they gotta, why we in their business?
They gotta fight.
They gotta fight. We over here,
we fighting.
People are fighting. People are dying over here. So I'm gonna need our leadership to not hold press conferences being in people's business. Okay, when you ain't every day on the news, they're talking about how drag shows are so scary. When just yesterday, 9 people were shot in the middle of Hollywood, Florida, including a 1-year-old. Stop playing with me.
Stop playing with me.
Stop playing with me. Let's lighten it up a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Part of this world. Haley Bailey.
Hallie.
You know what?
Hallie.
My whole entire, and thank you for correcting me on that. My whole entire life since I've known them, since they were little things on YouTube with Bob Dreads, it's been Haley for me. Haley Bailey. And I said, why would they mama name her Haley and her last name Bailey? I swear that I kid you not. So thank you for correcting me on that. But Princess Halle Bailey took to the big screen, finally, since announcing that she would play the lead role as Ariel in the movie The Little Mermaid. So The Little Mermaid, as reported by The Griot, made moviegoers want to be under the sea on Memorial Day weekend. Disney's live action remake of its 1989 animated classic easily outswam the competition, bringing in $95.5 million on 4,320 screens. And this was on May 29th. We're on May 30th now, so I know the numbers have grown.
Wait, I think that number may have
it's since grown.
Oh yeah.
But we definitely brought in some numbers on opening weekend. And I say we because Black folks will always claim anything Black, even though The Little Mermaid is not a Black movie, but it has this Black lead. We will always say us. According to the studio estimates on Sunday. And Disney estimates the film starring Halle Bailey as the titular mermaid Ariel and Melissa McCarthy as her sea witch nemesis Ursula will reach 117.5 million by the time the holiday is over. And it's over. It ranks as the 5th biggest Memorial Day weekend opening ever. It displaces Fast X in the top spot. The 10th installment of the Fast and Furious franchise starring Vin Diesel has lagged behind more recent. Who cares? Okay, let me tell you something.
Right. Because let's get into it.
This is a big deal. And I want you guys to take a listen before we get into the specs. I haven't watched it yet, Bubba, but I want you guys to take a listen at how big this is. Not only for us who are watching, but let's take a listen on how big it is, how monumental it is for Halle herself. Halle and her family herself.
Man, Dad picked cotton. Your father picked cotton.
Yeah.
His granddaughter is the star of the biggest film in the entire world. His father picked cotton.
Oh yeah.
South Carolina.
5 years old. 5 years old.
Now, and look, on top of that, Halle's grandmother.
There you go.
Picked tobacco.
Oh yeah.
In South Carolina as a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you see how generational curse breaking? Do you see how the grandfather's father, who was picking cotton at 5 years old, didn't know what he would produce
Mm-hmm.
generations later.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know. Everybody was online trying to have a conversation, trying to have those little talks, trying to go online and mess up her with the thing on Rotten Tomatoes, the ratings,
The Rotten
on
Tomato
purpose,
score. Yeah.
on purpose, and they had to come out with this is the life. They had to come out, they being the Rotten Tomatoes or the other scorers of the movies, had to come out with a statement to say there's unusual activity happening on the page, so be careful on what you see. It's not going to be exactly correct, because they were so upset about the Black Ariel.
So upset. But when I tell y'all, I went and saw it Thursday afternoon at 3:00. Movie theater completely packed on a Thursday at 3 p.m. I was sitting smack dab in the middle of two white families, at least 5 to 6 people in these families on the whole row. When I booked my ticket, it was just me by myself in my own seat. So when I get there, okay. And when I tell you the little white kids was clapping, the white folks was enjoying it, I appreciate it. There's one part when she started singing Part of That World, me and the white lady that was a seat over, we started singing the whole damn song together, loud and wrong, but it was still beautiful. Like, the movie was really good, y'all. I enjoyed it. I mean, it's The Little Mermaid. Everybody's like, oh, all the singing. It's The Little Mermaid. Come on.
She's singing the regular movie. What are we talking about? Like,
yeah, so
y'all
people
gotta
are just exactly. But I'm so
your inner
glad
child.
that everybody did go see the movie. Every theater that everybody told me that they went to was completely packed and full, and Hallie did an awesome job. And actually, it's a clip going around where she talks about her name, because it was going to be Haley Bailey, and they didn't like that, so they changed it to Hallie, and which is very close to Halle Berry. And her and Halle Berry actually talked, and they talked about the name.
Who didn't like it? Her parents didn't like it when
Yeah,
they were
her
about to
parents
name her?
didn't. Yeah, that's
See?
why they changed to Halle instead of Haley. Haley Bailey. It was Haley Bailey's. It's just like, no, that's not going to work.
It still gives
So
me
they did it
Haley.
to
Haley
Halle.
gives me so cute
Halle.
and just so.
Yeah.
That's what she gives me. That's what she gives me. But
So special.
she's grown. She's
But
grown.
yeah, the movie's awesome. And I did see Fast X because it's about family. I did see Fast X on Friday. It's just like a lot of gravity defying stuff. That's all I can say. If you're into action movies, it's good. You know, it is what it is. I enjoy Little Mermaid more though.
I'm gonna go see Little Mermaid. I haven't gotten a chance. I'm going to see
Spot.
Little Mermaid, and I'm going to go. Usually I go on a day where I know nobody's going to be there. So I'm going to be here in my area. So that means no one's going to be there.
Exactly. Oh,
but the people who are out there fighting in the movie theaters, get yourself under control. You should not be fighting at no Little Mermaid movie. I am sick and tired of y'all going out there embarrassing me and embarrassing your kids. All they wanted to do was watch The Little Mermaid. Not mama getting up to fight somebody else. In the middle of the movie theater, disturbing everyone else's experience.
All because I'm guessing somebody was sitting in the wrong seat.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Grow up. Get yourself together. You're a mom. You're a parent. You're a father.
In front of your goddamn kids. In front of the kids.
That is anywho.
It was so annoying when I saw that shit. I'm like, That's
a clip that was going viral, guys. For anybody who doesn't know, it was this clip that was going viral, and I just was too embarrassed to finish it. But
yeah,
that's
we're not going to show that. Yeah, we're not going to show that because
we're not because though. Get yourselves together in the movie theater. We're not going there to fight. We're going there to enjoy. It's for the kids and it's for you. We all know that was part of our world. I enjoyed Little White Ariel with the red hair when I was a kiddo.
Yes.
Was it my favorite movie? No. Pocahontas was my fave, but you know what I'm saying?
Pocahontas.
And the storyline is terribly racist. But as a kid, I didn't know a thing.
You were supposed to say Lion King. Lion King was it for me.
But when I saw that was the brownest person that I've seen, so I usually adapted to that.
Okay, that makes sense. What is mustache?
Yeah. So, but anywho, Still was a kid, enjoyed my experience. Got older,
Right.
still heard about the story, still love the colors of the wind. Okay, still love it. But allow your kids to be a kid. Enjoy the movie. People who don't want to see it, don't go see it. If you're mad that Ariel is black, who cares? Am I mad that Ariel was white when it first came out? No, that's all we had. Now that we have representation, please hold on to the raisins in your tuna salads.
In a potato salad. Potato
salad. Because I went to the store at Publix over here and I said, no, they didn't put is that in the egg salad?
Rebecca, for real?
Yes, they packaged it up to sell it. I told you I'm all right with
you were really on the white side
I'm
of
all
town.
right with the cranberries in the chicken salad, but I will not stand for the raisins. Somebody said, Rebecca, it's okay because cranberries are not raisins.
And then even if they were the crazy ones, I'm even cool with craisins. Those are cool.
I am not dealing with raisins inside. You putting it in the potato salad, you putting it in the egg salad, I am not eating that. As I looked at it for like 10 minutes, like maybe but no. You see
Rebecca.
You see how they're trying to get me out here? The spirit of whiteness is trying to take over.
It was on you.
They was trying to get me. It was trying to speak to me. I said no. My ancestor said no, Rebecca. No. And I had to get out of there. I had to get out the aisle. I said, no, I gotta go. I gotta go.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you got the scruff to get the hell up out of there. Because they were trying to get you.
I was out of there. Like I'm about to be out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us on this Tuesday, the day after Memorial Day. I hope that you guys are enjoying your last few days of the month. I wish you guys well. There were a few mental health check-ins I said I was supposed to do, but listen to me. I promise you I got y'all on the next episode. So send look, we ain't never do right. Send them to us and we will do it because I really want to do that on Saturday. I want to do a mental health check-in with a few of you guys. And DM me, if you just want some love, and I'll just send you over some love. Love is free. Love is free. But at the same time, if you guys like what you are seeing on today, if you guys like having the conversations, if you guys like being caught up in the mornings with Rebecca and Bubba, you already know what it is. If you're not a Patreon, please become a patron at patreon.com/like it or not. Patreon.com/like it or not. Let me tell you something, and I'm going to tell you it every single time. Don't give directly to YouTube because we won't get it automatically. But another way that I would prefer, and I know that Bubba does as well, is to give to us directly. And if you want to give to us directly, you can give to us, right? Cash App. That is the $ Becca's Voice and DJ X3C. So Becca's Voice, DJ X3C on Cash App. I love you guys so much. It's Tuesday. Go get you a taco. Go love on yourself. Go say something good to yourself in the mirror. I love you. Mean it. Mwah. I will see you guys on Saturday morning. One Saturday morning. Bye, guys.
All right, y'all. Don't forget. Oh, David's telling about my music. There we go. All right, y'all. Thank y'all again for tuning in this morning. We love y'all. Mean it. Catch me Thursday morning, 9:30 a.m. for your next episode of the Beard Bunny Chronicles, where we will be talking about whatever the hell it is I want to talk about. So I will see y'all on Thursday. Beard Bunny Chronicles is going down with yours truly, DJ Exclusive. Thank y'all so much again for tuning in, and make sure that if you're not already, patreon.com/like it or not, patreon.com/like it or not. Your affirmation for today: I pause my whirling thoughts and replace them with calm ones. I pause my whirling thoughts and replace them with calm ones. Love y'all. Mean it, man. We will see y'all Saturday morning. And make sure that you tune in Thursday. Beard Bunny Chronicles with your boy, DJ Exclusive. Love y'all. Mean it. See y'all Thursday. Hope, dad jokes, culture-ish, politics. What you're hearing right now was the culmination of all of this. I started out with the mic in my hand, and I graduated to a plethora of fans. I love bringing joy to the people. It makes me feel great, makes me feel regal. I do what I do for you. 8 p.m. Friday, you know how we do. Let's go. It's time for Like It or Not with Rebecca Azure. Let's start this damn show. It's time for Like It or Not with Rebecca Azure. Like it or not, y'all. 2023. Let's start this damn show. Let's go.